welcome to the June 2016 edition of the Member of the Month interview for My Lead System Pro, the non-traction marketing system on the internet since 2008, where we're creating tomorrow's leaders today. I'm pleased to welcome our Member of the Month, Jen Johnson, L3 Leader. Jen, welcome to your Member of the Month interview.
Thank you so much, Bert. It's so awesome to just talk with you. I feel like I know you so well already from watching all your trainings, and it's really exciting to be here. And I've been pinching myself a little bit to make sure it's actually happening. So I'm super blessed and so grateful to the whole community and the leaders and everything that's been put in place for us to really go out and rock using the MLSP system. So thank you.
Well, you're welcome, and I want you to know that it really, when you said, "Hey, I want to pinch myself to see if it's real," and I really want you to know how big of a deal it is to be chosen as the member of the month inside of this community. Because think about this: after having literally over 100,000 members, right, have come through the doors here at My Lead System Pro, and pretty much every industry leader and internet marketing rock star, right, has gotten a start here. And a lot of them even continue to still to this day still promote here. So you really have to do some spectacular work, right? You're doing some phenomenal things to stand out in a community like this. So I want you to soak it all in and get excited, because this is your opportunity now. You get to share it back. And that's the fun part, right? And if it's okay with you, if I have your permission, I'm going to ask you some questions today so that you could share with other people that are now looking to you as the leader and as the example of how to be an amazing marketer. Do we have your permission?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a total privilege. And that's, ultimately when you start seeing results, you want to pay it forward. That's the main goal. So that's why I'm here.
Awesome. All right, so let's start out at the beginning, right? So tell us where you were in your life and in your business when you found MLSP, and then why you chose to skyrocket your business with the system.
So, it's kind of been a love-hate. It was a love-hate relationship with network marketing for about 11 years. I was off and on, and back in 2014, I had gotten laid off from my job, and I didn't really know. I had 2 kids, I'm married, I should be doing something special, and I have that musician mentality, being a singer, that's always what I wanted to do. And so I knew I had it in me to always want to be my own boss and really just run my own ship and my own schedule and everything. So I was actually involved with a company. I got involved with a company when I got laid off, and it actually, I did have some success with it, but I had just started tapping into the whole concept of attraction marketing, and was following some leaders that were kind of introducing me to that concept. And it was around the time that I joined MLSP, I had actually decided to step away from the company that I was with, because they actually, it was just kind of, it wasn't the place. I wasn't really feeling my heart was in it, and that was where I was supposed to be. So I decided, I was introduced to MLSP by one of the girls on my team, and she had seen me doing a lot of video marketing and kind of trying to implement what these other leaders were doing, and I was just kind of doing it by shadowing them. And she's like, "Jen, have you heard of MLSP? You should really take a look at it. You kind of already do this stuff, and there's a compensation plan." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that's when I really just tapped in and started to run with it. I was really eager to learn, because I had struggled for so long implementing the wrong strategies, and I knew that if I was going to do this, I had to figure it out, because I was jobless, and decided maybe, at the time I thought about maybe I went back to school for a few months and was doing something else that I, wasn't a super passionate about, but decided to just hop in and take the trial. So
Okay, so you're in this place where, you've been, obviously you had some experience, you've been on and off for a while, right? And basically you see these, like, you're seeing people do things, and fundamentally, without even really being able to say it, you had identified that that this concept that they were using, this attraction marketing, was working. And so then all of a sudden you found out, hey, there's a platform that has like an affiliate component to it, right? And that's basically like, you're like, oh, like a light bulb goes off. Aha. So when that happened, how did you then, like, how did you see it, like, how that could affect your business? And then not just then how could it affect your business, but then did you see a longer term play, or what was the vision then?
Yeah, I was attending, before getting into MLSP, I had started attending a lot of the free webinars that leaders provide to just give some free value, and I was learning attraction marketing through those different webinars. And I always noticed at the end, I'm like, they're always offering me a product to purchase, right? And I'm like getting suckered in and buying product after product. And I was thinking, man, like, they all these leaders they're in network marketing and they have their companies, but they don't talk about their actual companies. They just provide all this value, and in 60 to 90 minutes, they're just probably making thousands of dollars just selling value to people. And I just thought that was such a crazy concept. And I'm like, okay, well, how can I do that with not really having ever built, and it's a crazy, I think the biggest team I had was 1,500, but it wasn't all, I don't know, it was a way to, I just saw a bigger vision with that, I guess, with being able to take the network marketing side, but then also have the value to give to people, so that way you attract the people that you want into your network marketing business. I just thought, gosh, this goes so hand in hand that it would be crazy not to earn and literally learn while you're growing your business. So I did see a long-term vision. I know when I got involved with MLSP, I knew what I had to do to make it happen, and to, invest in myself and all of that. And I knew it wasn't going to be a thing where I was going to just try it for 10 days, and if it works, great. If not, then I'm done. I knew it was going to be it was going to be like getting my master's degree in online marketing, and I understood that.
Okay, so let me ask you specifically, what are you doing in your marketing that got you the results that got you right here to be recognized as the member of the month?
Literally just, I attach myself to leaders, and I'm not afraid to ask for help with leaders that, a lot of people I think are afraid to just reach out and send a message to a big leader, because it's like, ooh, it's a big leader and they won't want to talk to me. I didn't care. I would literally just reach out, introduce myself. I mean, I've talked with Diane Hockman, I've talked with Mark Harbert, and if I have a question, and I'm just going to ask them, I want to know everything that I need to know. And I literally have learned to really evolve naturally and embrace focus and avoid overwhelm. Because I know getting into a system that just gives you an abundance of education, it's easy for you to get quickly into that overwhelm mode. And I knew exactly coming in that, MLSP teaches pick one strategy, okay, done. That made my life easier, where I think a lot of times people think, oh, but there's so many strategies, I want to do all of them because all of these leaders are doing that. But I just learned that, look, I'm at the chapter that I'm at. I'm going to evolve into that leader that's doing every single thing, but not yet. I'm not ready for that. And when I am, I'll feel it. I've learned to just really feel when it's time to implement something new, and I'll go for it when it's that time. But in the meantime, I just am laser focused on the actual activities I need to do to get me to that point.
Mm-hmm. Which is a huge lesson. Like, just recognizing that you have to be focused like that, such a huge lesson. And what you did, and what you did, and this is the fun part, what you did to learn that lesson took almost 12 years, right? 11 years previous to learn that lesson. And we all have this experience where it takes us however long it takes us to learn that lesson. Like, okay, if I could just focus in on this one thing and really become good at it, then like you said, this is where I'm at in the story. Later in the story, I will be good at that and some other things and some other things and some other things, just like the people that I'm seeing, because they're in a different part of their story, right? And it's so important that we don't compare ourselves to them.
And it's funny because it doesn't mean I don't have challenges, and I'm constantly learning, and I have technical issues. There's all kinds of things that happen. But I feel like even the 11-year struggle I was creating my story. It's not a compelling story if you just hop in and in 10 days you hit L5. I mean, nobody's going to relate to that. So I think everybody has to embrace that your story is going to have the challenges and the struggles and the pains and the frustration, and you learn so much about yourself too through this process, and you learn to expand your mind, and you just become a different person for the better, because it strengthens every aspect of your character and of your work ethic, and really puts you to the test of being the best version of yourself.
So Jen, based on what you just said, what would your advice be to someone that was just a new or maybe a struggling marketer? If you could give them some advice today so that they could get some phenomenal results like you're getting, what would you say? What would your advice be to them?
My advice would just be have long-term vision and understand that you need to, at some point, invest in yourself. There was only so many free webinars that I could attend. And, I always hear that saying, there's no elevator to success, you have to take the stairs. I don't really believe that. I believe the free webinars are the stairs. If you want to take the elevator, at some point, you have to invest in yourself and realize that the education that you get when applied, that's your elevator. That's going to pilot you in the 3 to 5 years, in the couple of years that it takes to really grind it out and make it happen. And again, just really focus on not making such a huge to-do list of things to do. Just keep it very simple. At first, when I first got into MLSP, I knew nothing about this system. I actually enrolled 4 people in my first 10 days. And all I knew how to do was just share the link that someone shared with me. And I immediately knew I needed to share it with hot market network marketers, people that I already knew were in network marketing, that I was already collaborating with, that already trusted me. And I literally just genuinely shared it out of excitement, saying, hey, I just hopped into this system. Apparently it's going to teach me this and that, and you should totally check it out, because I know, we've all been struggling together. So I just shared it that way. And I think when you're genuine and your ignorance on fire, you can start implementing all the training as you go along. But I knew I wanted to, get to be able to share this with a few people before, focusing on just getting into that learning mode and getting stuck, because I was in learning mode for a long time prior to MLSP. So.
Well, it's some great advice, and I think one of the things that you said, the ignorance on fire, is such a huge thing. When I first started this, one of the original people I worked with used to say that all the time. They're like, we're just like ignorance on fire, just running with it. I didn't know anything either. I just did what you just gave everyone the advice to do, which was I just shared, like what you did, share the link that someone shared with you, right? You just kept it so simple. You just shared what someone shared with you. And what a simple way to do it, right? Like super simple.
Yeah, I mean, it was around the time, because I joined in September. It was prior to blogging. So now sometimes what I see is people come in and they immediately start building their blog. And like Ray Higdon says, if you want to get into profit mode yesterday, you need to be out there talking to people and connecting with people. Your blog is a very long-term strategy. And you eventually want to get that up and running, but even I I didn't even get my blog going until I hit L2. I just waited. I said, you know what, I'm just not ready to get into that mode yet, because I knew you have to know when you take on something how much time it's going to take out of your day, and if it's going to, you know, interfere with the activity that's getting you the results, just wait until you're actually ready to do it, you know.
Absolutely. Well, I know that there's going to definitely be some people that are connect with you. They're definitely going to want to find out, you know, what you're doing in terms of setting up your long-term vision, right? How do you invest in yourself, right? What are you doing now to even create more attraction marketing, right? What are you doing specifically? They're going to want to connect with you. So tell everyone, how can they reach you? How can they find you out on the internet so that they can find out all of this and what you're doing?
Absolutely. You could definitely reach out to me on Facebook. I have Jen Johnson 413. That's my personal page. I also have a fan page. It's facebook.com/The Diamond Lab. And my blog, I have my blog. My website is meetjenjohnson.com. So yeah, I definitely, my big belief with MLSP has really been that it has shortened my learning curve. It has allowed me, well, it has allowed me to teach other people how to shorten their learning curve, because I did have that struggle for so many years. If I would have known then what I know now, you know, I don't sit and beat myself up over it, because I feel like everything happens for a reason, and where you are is where you're supposed to be. And I think that I had to go through that struggle to know that it was going to be my passion to share with other people how they can learn it faster. And MLSP really is the key. It's the missing link to, I tell people that all the time, it is the missing link to building your network marketing business.
Absolutely. I mean, it's helped you just like it's helped thousands of other marketers that have come before you, right?
Absolutely.
So congratulations again, Jen. Member of the month, June 2016. This is your month. Again, congratulations on behalf of the entire team at My Lead System Pro. Congratulations, and go out and celebrate this month.
Thank you so much, Bert. I appreciate you so much, all the value you bring, all the value the leaders bring. The caliber of leaders inside of MLSP is truly just, it's second to none. It's just phenomenal. The way that everybody has their own strengths, and you learn from every single person, and even the community, the people I've connected with and have just helped out along the way, or they've helped me out along the way, has just been, it's literally priceless. It really is. So I appreciate it and look forward to helping as many people as I can in our community.
Absolutely. Well, looking forward to seeing you in just now. It's only 2 months away, August 13th and 14th, down in Austin, Texas at Live the Dream 7. We'll be there. We'll get pictures. If you want to meet Jen in person, live, face-to-face, get to meet her, get to hang out with the member of the month, just be there in August 13th and 14th, down in Austin, Texas. We'll see you there.
Thank you. Look forward to it, Bert. Thank you so much.